It's a gray, cold Saturday afternoon, and I'm walking around the city trying to approach women and level up my dating life. Now, I wish I didn't have to do this. I only started doing this a few years ago because dating apps weren't working for me. I'd swipe endlessly and never actually match with women that I wanted to match with. It was making me depressed, insecure, and lonely. Something you need to know about me for this to all make sense is I was socially anxious my entire life. I never had the courage to do this type of stuff when I was younger. I was shy, I was awkward, I was never the guy who got the girl. And even now, having approached a bunch of women and having had a fun dating life, it's not like I'm the smoothest guy ever when I approach, but I still force myself to do it anyways to see what happens. So I walk into a bookstore because this is where all the high quality, wholesome women are, at least that's what they say. I walk around a little bit and I see this really cute blonde woman. She's like in her mid 20s or something. She's all alone. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta go for it. Now, I have no idea how this is gonna go. I don't have any lines prepared. I feel nervous. And again, I want you to remember that I'm not special. I don't have Riz. I never had Riz or whatever you want to call it. Growing up, I had crushes on girls and I would just watch them start dating other guys. Not because I wasn't good enough, but simply because I thought I wasn't good enough. I never even gave myself a chance in the first place. I never started a conversation with them. I never asked them out. My entire life, I wrote myself off before even giving myself a chance. I was always too afraid of potential rejection or like the weird feeling of being awkward in a conversation. But I'm done living life like that. I'm done letting my fears control me. So I walk up to this girl and I say this. Hey, excuse me. Hi, not gonna lie, I thought you were cute. I wanted to come say hi. Hi. How old are you?
I'm 25.
25. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You look a little bit younger, not gonna lie.
I know.
Yeah, you're 25 though. Where are you from?
From Spain.
From Spain? Okay, hablas español.
Yes.
So you're just staying here for
For a year.
for a year? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. And do you like it so far?
Yeah. I like it.
Would-
But Spain is better.
Spain is better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spain is better. I've been to Barcelona and Madrid. It's beautiful, yeah. Do you have any free time at all?
Yeah, like some hours I have
Mhm.
free time.
Okay, cool. We could grab a coffee or something, some
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We can. I can give you my number. My phone's dead right now, but I could. You have WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. You could text me and then
I will
I'll.
text you, okay.
Cool. Well, hey.
Nice to meet
Mucho
you.
gusto. Now here's where I teach you something, because I've done this a lot in my life, and again, I'm not some guru. I'm not posturing as some seduction expert or something. I'm literally just a guy who figured out that confidence isn't that complicated. I know a lot of you watching this also dream about doing this. You see a cute girl at the bookstore or at a coffee shop or something, and you dream of walking up to her and striking up a conversation with her, but you're too nervous to do that right now, and that's totally fine. But I'm going to teach you how to do it right now in a step-by-step framework, okay? So step number one is you got to go to a bookstore. You actually have to go outside. I'm not trying to be a dick, but a lot of guys have like dreams of meeting women, but they never actually go to places where women are, okay? So if you want to meet a girl at a bookstore, go to a bookstore. And even if you're not going to approach a woman, that same day that you go, even just going and like getting the vibe, kind of feeling it out, walking around, familiarizing yourself with it, like even seeing are people talking here? Is this a place where I could like strike up a conversation maybe? Or is it like dead silent? Maybe in a place like that it wouldn't be okay, but is there music playing? What's the vibe like? Step number two is when you actually see that attractive woman that you want to go talk to, you're gonna feel nervous, bro. You're gonna be looking at her, and now that you know that cold approaching is a thing, you know that like this is something that you want to start doing in your life, you're going to kind of be putting pressure on yourself, right? This is no longer one of those situations where you just like see a cute girl and then like walk away. You're realizing that you could actually do something about this. You're taking your life into your own hands, and you're going to be feeling kind of nervous, bro. I'm not going to lie. You're going to see this girl and your heart's going to start beating. You're going to get like butterflies in your stomach. You're going to feel nervous probably. And when you do this, what I want you to do is just embrace the anxiety. Embrace that nervous energy, dude. The only difference between me and you right now is that I feel that nervous energy, but I don't let it stop me from doing what I want to do. That's really the only difference. And that's something that every single person can achieve. It's just about mastering your own feelings. A lot of this is internal. It's not about what you say and what you do. A lot of this is honestly just internal. And honestly, I could talk about this for hours, and I actually do in my private community, Natural Confidence Lab. Check that out if you're interested. The link is down below. But so many guys never approach women because of this moment, right? They see that girl and their heart starts racing, right? They start coming up with all sorts of thoughts and, like, feelings and stuff. And everything in your body and mind is telling you to, like, not approach this woman. I don't know why our brains work like that. Okay. I don't know why we get so nervous doing this, but it's normal. Okay. So when you feel this way, I don't want you to be afraid of this feeling. But when you feel this way, I want you to just embrace that anxiety. Tell yourself that it's healthy. It's normal to feel nervous about this. Dude, it's normal. It's fine. And honestly, being nervous isn't that big of a deal. It's like, yeah, you're nervous, dude. That's fine. It's just another feeling. So take a deep breath and just tell yourself that it's okay to feel nervous, and I'm not going to let my nervousness stop me from doing this. Step number 3 is walk up to her as soon as possible. You want to try to limit that distance between, seeing her and actually walking up to her and saying hi, because the longer you wait, that's just more time for your brain and your body to, like, come up with a bunch of bullshit reasons and feelings to not actually go do this. I had a moment not too long ago, still, right? Even now that I've approached so many women, I still get this feeling of nervousness, especially if I haven't approached in a long time, like in a week or two or something. Like, I'll see a girl that I find really attractive, and I forget that I should be walking up to her as soon as possible. And I'll kind of just, like, keep it in the back of my mind, like, okay, like, I'll approach her in a couple of minutes when I feel more comfortable or something. The truth is, you're never going to feel more comfortable. You're never going to feel ready to do this. That's just the honest truth. The best way to do this is just to see a girl that you like and just walk up to her as if it was nothing. You know how, like, when you walk into a coffee shop and you see, like, the person behind the counter, and it's just automatic for you. You're like, yeah, like, I need to walk up to that person to get my coffee. That's the same thing with this, dude. It's like you see a cute girl and you want to go say hi to her. You want to get her number. You want to see her, again. You just have to automatically, like, walk up to her the same way that you would, like, at a coffee shop or something. Like, that's just the way that you have to do this. Try to treat it like that. This is just the automatic response that you have to have, is just to walk up to her as soon as possible. Otherwise, you're going to be overthinking everything. Your brain's going to start coming up with a bunch of bullshit, like, thoughts of, like, like, is she actually that cute? Maybe her friend is, like, nearby. Maybe her boyfriend's nearby. He's going to, like, come up to her and, like, while I'm talking to her, it's going to be weird. You're, like, trying to gauge, like, maybe, like, is she even the type of person that I would connect with in the first place? Like, maybe you're, like, totally, like, making these assumptions about her now that are rooted in your insecurity. They're not rooted in reality. And I'm not, blaming you for this, man. Like, we're all victims of our own brain sometimes, and our brain just comes up with a bunch of bullshit reasons to not do what we want to do. But you have to just override this feeling, and walking up to her is going to override that feeling. You're going to start feeling like more of a badass as soon as you start walking up to her. So again, recap, step number 3 is just to walk up to her as soon as possible. Step number 4 is actually starting the conversation with her. And honestly, what I always say, it's always just honest. I don't have any bullshit pickup lines. I'm not, like, trying to be cool or anything. Again, I guess this kind of loops into everything that I'm saying. Don't try to be cool. Just be yourself. Don't try to be cool. So usually when I approach a girl, I just say something super simple, like, hey, this is random, but I thought you were really cute. I wanted to come say hi. I'm always direct about it. I always tell her that I think she's cute. And this is honestly, like, super, super important. You want to get to the point with this type of stuff. There's this big misconception that, like, you have to start off, like, very casual, like, say something like, hey, like, what book are you reading or something, right? Like, let's imagine you're at the bookstore or something. You might be thinking that you need to, like, start off casually first and, like, walk up to her and be like, hey, like, what book are you looking at? Like, oh, that's a super interesting book. It's like you're kind of coming up with this whole, like, story, like, narrative of, like, oh, I'm gonna, like, walk up to her, start something, like, super casual, and then, like, work my way up to, like, getting her number or something. You have to, like, work your way up. You have to escalate in these conversations. But the truth is, honestly, is that you just have to tell her that you think she's cute, man. Get straight to the point. Don't waste her time. Don't waste your own time, right? Because, like, be honest with yourself, bro. Like, are you walking up to her because you even care about the book that she's reading? No, right? You're walking up to her because you think she's cute and you want to get to know her. So start owning that, bro. Start owning that feeling of, like, I'm doing this because I want to do this. I'm going to tell her that I think she's cute because I think she's cute, okay? And you want to do it respectfully, and the way that you do it respectfully is just, again, walking up to her, making eye contact, having a smile on your face. You're gonna feel nervous, but just try to like transmute that nervous feeling into like happiness. You know what I mean? Like you're kind of like excited to be doing this. Walk up to her, be like, hey, excuse me, this is random, but I thought you were really cute. I wanted to come say hi real quick. After that, just have simple small talk. As you saw in this conversation, it's super simple. You don't have to like be witty or like this like Rizzler or whatever. I know you probably see guys on like TikTok or Instagram or YouTube even that are like having these like really smooth, like seductive conversations as if they're like, you know, Ryan Gosling or like Will Smith at a nightclub or something. You don't have to be that way at all, bro. Like I promise you. You could have totally just like chill, casual, small talk type of conversations where it's, you know, you're just kind of getting to know each other, like face value stuff, surface level stuff. You're just kind of establishing that like, you know, your identity a little bit, your personality, and seeing if there's even a connection there in the first place. You could rewatch the conversation I had with this girl, but as you could see, it's really not anything special. It's just kind of getting to know her, like where she's from, you know, talking about myself a little bit too. The key to not making it like an interview type of conversation is just talking about yourself as well. So you don't want to just ask her questions and like spam her with questions nonstop. You want to ask her a question and then talk about yourself as well. Okay. If you want to see uncut footage of all my approaches that I've done, you could actually check them out in Natural Confidence Lab. It's my private community. I have like a whole module in there with like a bunch of uncut videos of me approaching women from start to finish. Those are honestly super helpful to watch, so definitely check those out. The link is down below. The last step is getting her number. And what I always do is I don't ask for her number, right? Like, can I have your number or whatever? Don't do that. It's kind of like a little bit childish, right? Just like the way that it sounds, like, can I have your number? What you want to do is instead you want to like propose a date. Just throw out like a date idea and see how she responds. What I always do when I approach is I say, I'd love to grab a coffee sometime. Something like that. I always propose getting a coffee because, you know, typically I'm approaching women and it's like during the daytime, right? It's like 3 p.m. Maybe it's like kind of like somewhere between like 12 to 5 p.m. You know, I go on like a walk or something, and that's like when I approach women. You know, you're having these like, you know, 2 to 3 minute conversations. Just propose like getting a coffee or something. It's a super chill idea. It's very low pressure, right? Like there's no like sexuality or like, you know, romantic pressure with getting a coffee. So women are typically like very open to the idea of that. So there's kind of like a little insider secret. I get their number, and then when I text them later, I always propose like getting drinks or something. I like totally don't even do the coffee idea because it's kind of lame, right? Like you don't want to go on a coffee date. It's kind of boring. But I always propose getting a coffee. And then when I get the number, I text them saying like, hey, like if you're free this Friday, I'd love to grab drinks with you or something. Because drinks is like romantic and sexual. And then she's also like gotten some time to like process the fact that you approached her. And she's like, like, should I go out with this guy or not? You know? So honestly, that's like my way of doing it. And it's always worked. Like the girl's always down to like get drinks or something. And I want you to ask yourself, bro, how long are you going to be just waiting for life to go by? You can't do this forever, man. The realization I had back when I first started approaching women, I was like 22, 23 years old. I was realizing, bro, like life is passing by, and you could be watching this and you might be in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s or whatever. It's never too late to do this, but the longer you wait, you know, you're just kind of fucking yourself up, bro. The world doesn't care if you're nervous. The world doesn't care if you're anxious. If you want something in life, you have to go for it, bro. I know it's nerve-wracking to do this. I know that like it's, you know, it's anxiety inducing, right? Like you see a cute girl and like you have no idea what's going to happen. There's people around you as well. And like maybe you're worried about like their, you know, judgment or something. But truly the only way that you're going to get what you want, like the bare minimum. Let's say you want like a fun dating life, right? You want to hook up with a girl like once a week, or maybe you want to get a girlfriend that you find really, really attractive and like she's super sweet and kind and like amazing. And you want that type of relationship in your life. You want that type of woman in your life. Like think of her right now. Just imagine that woman right now. The only way you're going to get her in your life, the bare minimum to making that happen is to actually approach that woman, okay? Because dating apps are not working for you. Nothing else is working for you. And I was in that same boat, bro. Like everything else kind of sucks, honestly. And when you start approaching women, you're going to very quickly realize that like, bro, like this is actually like beautiful. Like, you know, you go out at like 3 p.m. on like a Sunday afternoon. There's like tons of people around. Like you go to your like, you know, city, town center or whatever. You're walking around like under the sun. You're walking up to a woman, you're like, hey, like I thought you were really cute, wanted to come say hi, and like you're having this like really nice, genuine, wholesome conversation with her. You get her number, you get like drinks later that weekend or something. You quickly realize that like this is so normal and that, you know, living in this box where you're just like looking at your phone all day, like you're looking at like porn and like Instagram models and all this stuff. You're just like fantasizing about like the types of women that you wish you could actually be with in real life. It's such a depressing way to live as a man. Men need to, you know, have that adventure in their life. You know, you need to like feel that like courage, you know, that bravery in you. And so many men are like lacking like something in real life that gives them that feeling. And 100%, bro, like this is your journey right now. If you're watching this and this is something that you want to do in life, not just to get the girl, not just to like, you know, have sex or like maybe get a relationship or something, but even just to like internally develop that like ability to go for what you want. And even if you're afraid, even if you're nervous, developing that feeling of like, no, like what I want is valid and I'm gonna follow what I want no matter what anybody else says. Like I'm gonna fucking go for what I want in life. That's what all this also like develops, you know. It's a beautiful thing. Like I grew so much as a person by doing all of this. It trained me to like trust myself, basically trust my desires, trust my values, and like just develop as a human being. It was awesome, man. You have a wonderful, amazing journey that's filled with ups and downs ahead of you, and I'm really excited for you, and I'd love to take part in that. If you need any advice, any additional help, definitely check out Natural Confidence Lab. You have one-on-one access to me in that community. Plus, there's also like 5+ hours of really in-depth, exclusive, specific content in there that goes into like, you know, developing that internal confidence, how to actually approach women respectfully, and then also everything after the approach. Like, how do you text the girl? How do you go on like a really fun first date? I even have screenshots of texts that I've sent women that like set up first dates. So definitely check that out if you're interested, and I'll see you guys next time.